Hiya, good evening. How are you, everyone? I hope you guys are having a lovely day and that you guys went out today to win. Oh, thank you so much for everyone that have subscribed, everyone that has watched, shared my video. I am so happy to have you lots as my friend because you guys are really making me happy. So, thought of my word today. Someone sent me a mail about sex education. Yes, sex education. The question is, as a parent, when do you start talking about sex education with your child? Is any time too early? Is any time too late? Is there an appropriate age for you to start? Now, this discussion is not about me being a teacher, it's about me being a parent. And I know that so many people like call me and like, oh, blessing, and they're talking to me as a teacher. But really, talking to your child about sex education is a personal thing. You need to decide when to start. There are different development stage for a child. There are some children that are very smart, who can pick things, who can ask intelligent questions right from when they are 3 years old. There are some children who went from 4, they start asking you very intelligent questions that you need to explain. We have late developers who will never ask you those questions until when they are 5. So it's up to you as a parent when to start. But do you need to start? Yes, you do. You cannot shy away from it. So, talking as a teacher, I'll say, please don't leave it to the school. Start. Okay, so when do you start? That's the question. I know that's the big question. That's the quagmire. When do I start? I'm going to say something. From 4 years old, children start asking questions. They start knowing things. The things they know, the one that are things, they start noticing their body. They start noticing the difference between a male and a female body. When your child comes to you to ask you those questions about his body, please don't shut them up. Please don't tell them, oh, it's nothing. You need to sit them down and explain what is talk. You have to talk to them. African parents we just shoo our children, shut them up, but really we are letting them to find things out. That's when they start picking. That's when they start looking up, going through the toilet to look at girls. But if you're a mom and you've had that discussion with them, they know. So they're not curious. Do you understand? Another thing I want to say is you need to start talking to them about relationship right from when they are 4. They need to understand that a girl and a boy relationship, or a boy and a boy relationship, or a girl and a girl relationship, they need to know about it, depending on your culture, depending on your belief, depending on your background. I mean, it's up to you what you want to teach your child, but you need to start having that discussion because in their reality, in their present world, they are seeing things and they are questioning it. They want to know. And if you start telling them, oh, leave them, it's not good. You're not helping them. You need to educate them, explain things to them. If you need to explain things to them based on your faith, that is good. If you need to explain to them based on the way the word is, that is also good. But you must make a stand and you must start explaining. Don't shut them up. Don't tell them, oh, it's not important. Because if you don't explain, they will ask someone else. They will ask their friend. They will ask their teacher. And then they will get information that maybe you don't agree with, or you don't believe in, or you don't want to know. Okay, so when my son turned 4, he asked me a personal question about his private parts. He asked me, Mom, why is it that, girls have this and I don't have that? And I had to sit him down and I talked to him about the difference between his body and my body, or a girl's body. And at the end of that discussion, he was like, oh, now I know. Now he knows. He stopped the curiosity. He stopped wondering why. because you don't know what goes in their mind. You don't know why. You don't know what. But if you're able to talk to them, they will understand. Now, I'm not saying about being gender focused, or you're a male or you're a female. No, I'm saying discussing their body. Why are you different? Why are you? Because of the children who actually are not comfortable with their own body. You need to talk to them. You need to understand them. So having those open discussion makes you understand your child better, makes you have, a closer relationship, and they can bond with you. And it helps them not to be the one to be asking questions in class or to asking their peers, because they will now have more information because they've discussed it with their own parents. At age of 5, a child, or most children who are very intelligent, will ask you, where does baby come from? They want to know. Please, when I was young, when I asked my mom that question, I don't think she ever answered. I think she either told me from the moon or from the heaven or something. Listen, parents, the children that we are giving birth to now, they are very intelligent. I mean, they are super intelligent. If you tell them children are coming from the moon, my son will definitely tell mommy you are lying. Because he knows. He knows. I mean, I don't know how they get to know, but he knows he's not from the moon. So you need to explain to them in a layman language about the egg meeting the sperm. Call it whatever name you want to call it. It comes together and a baby is formed. You don't have to, I mean, of course they're too young to talk about intercourse or having sex, no, but they still need to know that it has to be from the egg and the sperm meeting together. Please, 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 please. It's important that they trust you. It's important that they believe in you, and they believe that you will tell them the truth. So that the next time when someone gives them a contrary information from what you have told them, they can come back to you and knowing that you will tell them the truth. Don't give them fairy tale stories about how babies are born. Give them a watered down logical explanation that is closer to the truth. It helps later in life for them to come back to you. Another thing I want to say is going into puberty and developing as a man. I've had parents coming to me and their children are like 7, 8, 9, 10, and in school they're about to have sex education, and they're like, should I allow my child to be in those meetings? Should I allow my child to be part of that discussion? When I got the first letter, that was like 2 years ago, and the parents were so worried and and I was like, seriously? Why wouldn't you? Your child, the school is the safest place a child will be. The school is the safest place a child will learn. The school will not teach a child something that is not age appropriate. The way a teacher will teach a child will be the right way, because we are trained. Pulling your child off a sex education class, why would you want to do that? Most times we are giving them basic information that they need to know. But as a parent, even before we have those information or we give it to them, you need to start talking to your child. Most children, if the parents are doing the right thing, they already know those things. They already have the information. So what we're just doing is kind of like, I already know kind of this discussion, and we're now explaining the scientific part of it or what actually happened. But the basic things are already known by them. So you need to start talking. Talk to them. Once they're 7, 8, start talking about puberty, menstrual cycle, about, the fact that once you have your menses, you can get pregnant. How do you get pregnant? Explain those things to them, because if a child is not taught by their parents, somebody else will teach them. The parents will teach them. They will Google it. The point is, have you ever asked yourself a question? when children, they sat with you, they're watching an innocent movie, and a clip comes of a girl and a boy kissing. Sometimes, I know when I was younger, I used to have those, awkward moments with my dad and my mom. And we're watching a movie, and then there's this sex scene. My dad looks at my mom looks at my dad, and when they look at me, I'm like stone face boning. I was little, I didn't know what they were doing. But they didn't even explain what they're doing to me. So when I get to know is from peers telling me what sex is all about, and then I'm knowing it, and they're telling me a contrary information, like it is good, you need to experience it. But if my mom and my dad had sat me down and explained to me that I need to wait for the right person, or I need to wait till I get married, then because I trust them, I will believe their word. So it is important that you start talking, because if you don't talk to them, peers will learn. So keep talking, keep talking, keep telling them things. It's important that they know. They need to know. They need to understand that sex education is something that they will experience. So another thing I wanted to talk about is, so if you're not talking, they will find out, they will explore, they want to check. They are so curious, they want to know. They will see their sister dress and they want to peep, they want to know, oh, what is that? What is that? A breast? What is it? But if you've spoken to them about it, they won't want to explore because mom has spoken to them about it. They know, they don't understand, they know it already. So please start talking. Now, why I wanted to, why I actually needed to do this video was, I got a wake-up call over the weekend. I went somewhere, a friend's house, and the daughter who is in my son's class was talking about her boyfriend and the fact that my son has three girlfriends. And I was like, oh my God, I need to start talking. So I sat my son down and we talked about who is a girlfriend, who is a boyfriend. He was like, I don't know. Just a girl, someone that you love. I'm like, okay, do you really love those girls? He was, I don't know. So we had a one-to-one discussion. And at the end of the day, I explained to him why it's important for him to wait for the right person and who is the right person, and why he's too young to have a girlfriend, and why he shouldn't have a girlfriend until he has his own money, and why mom is not going to, allow him to say he has a girlfriend because he's still in my house. We had this discussion because I think I needed to, stop that ideology that it's okay for them to have girlfriend and boyfriend. And I'm going to have a discussion with a teacher when I go for my parents' evening, because if what I'm getting is that everybody in their class have a girlfriend and boyfriend, I don't like that. They're too young to know about it. But I need to talk to my son about it, and then he's too young. So he now knows he's too young. He now knows that he has to wait for him to get a job or to get, start being a responsible person before he starts talking about girlfriend and boyfriend. And so I, as a mom, I have spoken to him and we have had a discussion about it. That is my responsibility. I'm not waiting for the school to do that. So parents, you need to start talking. You need to start talking to your children. Don't wait for the school. I've had people tell me, oh, it's an awkward discussion. I don't want to talk about, menstrual cycle, periods, I don't want to talk about, sex, actual intercourse with my child. I feel embarrassed. Seriously? If you don't have that conversation, someone else will. Someone else who happens to be Google. Someone else who happens to be a pet. And a person will give them the wrong information and will not bring them up the way you want them to be brought up. So start having the conversation. And to be frank with you, before a child goes into secondary, as a parent, I think you need to sit them, because they are growing so fast nowadays. The things that they know, the internet has made them develop more than we did. They start understanding things that we did not know when we were still young. Talk to them about how to protect themselves, about actually sex and intercourse, about using condom. I know some Christian will say, oh my God, I can't discuss that with my child. The point is, do you know what your child know already? You'll be surprised. If your child is open, the things that they know in the dormitory, the things that they know in school or they talk about in school, you will be amazed. And if you don't talk about it, someone else will do the work for you. It's better that you are safe and you have that discussion with them, no matter how awkward it is, than for someone else to tell them what. Based on what is going on, the Me Too movement, the rape incident that is going on, I think it is important for you as a parent to discuss about saying no, what no means, what rape is. Even for a boy, he needs to understand when a girl say no, she means no, even if she did it with her body without saying anything, so he won't get into trouble. The girl also needs to understand how to be safe. How to be safe on the internet. We teach them in school, but you actually need to go down and explain to them why they should not just talk to strangers on the internet, why they should not meet up with, because children are being killed. And if you don't have this discussion, you might fall a victim. You need to explain to them why they should not meet up with people they don't know. While if they are going to uni or if they are going to, they are going out with their friend, why they should not leave their drinks. Someone just got raped last week and I did show it on my channel. She was just having fun. Maybe if she has had a discussion or a conversation, she'll understand that she should not allow someone else to buy her drink. So we should have this conversation. It's about time we start having this open conversation with our children, especially the black moms and the black dads. We are so shy, or will I say embarrassed, having this discussion. But we need to. It's important we do. Because if you don't, someone else will. I've said that how many times? If you don't, someone else will. And you might not like what the person have to tell your child. Talk about pedophiles. Talk about anything that has to do with sex, anything trafficking. Trafficked in the same city where you are. It's not about moving them to Italy or about moving them to London from Nigeria. No. A child can be groomed. Talk about grooming. Sugar daddies and sugar mummies. These things are grooming. In Africa, we don't sit our children down to explain to them why they should not go out with older people, because that is grooming. In this country, you will be jailed. But we just don't talk about it. A child goes into university, she doesn't understand that the man that is giving her money for sex is actually grooming her. He's using her body. She's not supposed to be doing that because we haven't had that conversation with our children. And they think it's okay. No, it's not okay. Explain to them they shouldn't do it. They should wait if they have to do it. And they shouldn't just do it because someone is giving them money. That is grooming. They shouldn't do it because they are desperate. That is why as a mom you should take care of, as a parent you should, I keep saying mom because I'm a mom. Sorry about that. But for what is going on in the world now. So please, sex education is not about sex. It's not about intercourse. It's about everything that has to do with sex. Body, grooming, saying no, Me Too movement. Have a discussion with your children. Keep talking to them. And start as little as you can once they understand it. Once they start asking questions, keep talking to them about it. And make sure you leave an open door for them to always talk to you. Thank you. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.